And at that time, having the light of chirut, means cigarette, there was a glimpse, and in that glimpse, he could see clear-cut the face of the customer. There was a pause as the cars hooted on his road. Jukta drivers sworn at their horses, and the babble of the crowd agitation, the semi-darkness of the park. R.K. Narayan gave us the detailed exterior information of the bazaar, exterior information of the market, and there was Jukta, means Tanga. And that Tanga drivers swore at their horses, and the babble of the crowd agitated the semi-darkness of the park. That was the park place, and semi-darkness was there. No light was there. And in such situation, the astrologer started to tell the future of his customer. The other sat down, sucking his cheroot, puffing out, sat there ruthlessly. The astrologer felt very uncomfortable. The other person sat there. Other person means the customer's friend. But what was the condition of the astrologer? He felt very uncomfortable, because he observed at the face of the customer, and after that he became completely uncomfortable. He became completely uncomfortable. Why? We shall continue that. He said, "Here, take your Anna back. I am not used to such challenges. It is late for me today." Actually, there was a competition-like situation. Challenges were there. You should tell us the true future, otherwise you have to pay extra money, vagara vagara. But when the astrologer looked at the face clearly in the light, faint light, that astrologer became uncomfortable. He became very worried. And he said, "Here, take your Annas back. I am not used to such challenges. I couldn't take such challenges. It is late for me today. And already it is late." He made preparations to bundle up. He started to put all the things in his bag. The other held his wrist and said, "You can't get out of it now." But the other person, the friend, was very clear-cut about his talking, and he was not ready to leave him to home. "You can't get out of it now. You dragged me in while and I was passing." The astrologer shivered. The astrologer, frightened in his grip, and his voice shook and became faint. His voice became faint. Actually, his voice was loud, but now his voice became faint. Why? Because he was frightened a lot, and requested, "Leave me today. I will speak to you tomorrow." Please, he requested to both of them, "Leave me today. I will speak to you tomorrow." The other thrust his palm. Took the other person, the friend of the customer, thrust means took his palm in his face and said, "Challenge is challenge. And so, just go on, just continue to tell us our future." The astrologer proceeded with his throat drying up, and at the same time, the astrologer could understood The astrologer could understand that he had to say the future and there was no other option to him. So there is a woman, and he started his general statement, there is a woman. At the instance, the other person said, stop, I don't want all that. Shall I succeed in my present search or not? Just answer this. I am in search of something and you have to tell me, shall I succeed in my present search or not? Answer this and go on. Just tell me the answer and go on. Otherwise, I will not let you go till you are disgorged. Till you are disgorged. Disgorged means disgorge all your coins. Otherwise, you have to give your all daily income. You have to return your daily income, all your coins, and you can go to home. The astrologer muttered a few incantations, mantras. At the same time, because the astrologer was like a Sant, Mahatma, by looking, and so he started incantations, means mantras, and replied, all right, I will speak, but will you give me a rupee? Will you give me a rupee, means 1 rupee, if what I say is convincing? Convincing means correct. Otherwise, I will not open my mouth. If you are not ready to give me 1 rupee, I am not ready to open my mouth. And you may do what you like. And if you are not ready to give me 1 rupee, I am not ready to tell anything, and do whatever you can. And at that time, after a good deal of haggling, the other agreed. The astrologer said, you were left for dead. Am I right? And the actual future telling was going on at that time. The astrologer started to tell something, a reality in the life of that customer. What was the reality of that of the life of that customer? That after a good deal, the astrologer said, you were left for dead. Am I right? Tell me more. He started saying, you were left for dead. Am I right? At that time the customer said, yes, tell me more something. A knife means chaku, we can say. A knife has passed through you once, said the astrologer. Someone was there in your life. It was your past. And that person wanted to kill you with using the knife. A knife has passed through you once, said the astrologer. Good fellow, correct. You are correct, fellow. He bared his chest to show the scare. What else? And at that time, he bared his chest and said, am I right or wrong? Like this. And the future telling was going on. And then you were pushed into a well, water well. The well was very deep and water was there in that well nearby in the field. That you were left for dead. And that person not only tried to kill with the knife, but also you were pushed into a well nearby in the field and you were left for dead. And he ran away from there. He thought that you were killed by him and he ran away. I should have been dead if some passerby had not chanced to peep into the well, exclaimed the other, overwhelmed by enthusiasm. The customer, overwhelmed, astonished, He couldn't uh, he couldn't trust on that saying of the astrologer, because he was telling each and everything clear cut true. Whatever he told, that was true. If that passerby, means a person was passing from there, was going from there, and he just looked into the well, and only because of that person I could live my life. When I shall get at him, and I am in search of that person, that killer person. So tell me, if you are an astrologer, tell me, when shall I get at him? He asked, clenching his fist, rubbing his fist like this. I am ready to take the offense, and so you tell me, when shall I get at him? He asked, clenching his fist. In the next world, at the instant there was an answer by the astrologer. What was the answer? You can meet that person in the next world, means in the next life. He died 4 months ago in a far off town. You will never see any more of him. The other groaned. The other person, the friend, became very nervous on hearing it, groaned. He became very nervous. The astrologer proceeded. And at the same time, the astrologer continued his saying, Guru Nayak. What was he saying? Guru Nayak was the name of that customer, and he could say directly using his name, you know my name? He became very surprised. The other said, taken aback, as I know all the other things, Guru Nayak, listen carefully to what I say to you. Your village is 2 days journey due north of this town. Where is your village? I know. In the direction of north side. And you had to go there for 2 days. 2 days journey distance was there. Take the next train and be gone to your village. I see once again great danger in your life if you go from home. If you do not return, if you didn't return to your home, I feel again great danger in your life. He took out a pinch of sacred ash and held it to Guru Nayak, the customer. Rub it on your forehead and go home. Never travel southward again. And don't forget, you should not come again in your life in the direction of south, and you will live to the hundreds. If you follow this, your life will be hundreds of years. Otherwise, there may be danger in your life. Why should I leave home again? The other said reflectively, I was only going away now and then to look for him and to choke out of his life if I met him. He shook his head regretfully. Actually, Guru Nayak became very nervous because the purpose of leaving his house was gone away, and so there might not any purpose to leave the house, leave the village once again. Yes, said the astrologer. He was crushed under a lorry. The other looked gratified to hear it, and both of them went from there at the time of night. The place was deserted by the time the astrologer picked up his articles and put them into his bag. The place was deserted, means no one was there at that time. That was like a desert, Valvant. By the time the astrologer picked up his articles, means all his things whatever the things, he put all the things in the bag. The green shaft was also gone, and the artificial light, the emergency light also gone from there, leaving the place in darkness and silence. And what was there in the market now? Only the darkness and only the silence was there in that marketplace. The stranger had gone off into the night after giving the astrologer a handful of coins. They gave handful of coins to the astrologer. They became happy and left that place. It was nearly midnight when the astrologer reached home. His wife was waiting for him at the door and demanded an explanation. Explanation of what? The wife wanted to know why he became so late. He flung the coins at her and said, "Count them." One man gave all that. He gave all the money. He gave all the annas, handful of annas, to wife and said, "Count these monies." One man, only one man gave all that money to him. 12.5 annas, she said, counting. She was overjoyed. She became very happy. Overjoyed means she became very happy. I can buy some jaggery and coconut tomorrow. Jaggery means sweet. Jaggery and coconut tomorrow. The child has been asking for sweets for many days now. I will prepare some nice stuff for her. The swine has cheated me. The wife became very happy because the next day, tomorrow, she will prepare a sweet food for child and both of them also. But what was about the astrologer? The astrologer said, "The swine has cheated me." Means the customer and the friend cheated me. He promised me a rupee, said the astrologer. She looked up at him. You look worried. What is wrong? But the wife could understand something different on looking at his face. And he asked, "Tell me the correct answer. What is wrong? You are looking very worried. And what is the reason behind it? You tell me." "Nothing." The astrologer said, "Nothing." But after dinner, sitting on the pile, he told her, "Do you know, a great load is gone from me today. There was a great load. There was a great worry in my life. There was a great tension in my life, and that was gone away from my life today. I thought I had the blood of a man. I thought that I have killed a man. I have killed a person in my life on my hands all these years. That was the reason why I ran away from home, settled here, and married you. Here he is alive." You know, my dear, today I became very happy. Why? Because I thought I had murdered a person. But today I could understand that that person was not dead. That person is alive. And so, because of that person, I had to left my house. I had to leave my house. I had to leave my village and stay here 200 miles away from my village, my own village. She gasped, "You tried to kill him?" Wife became very astonished, wondered, and she asked, "You tried to kill him?" "Yes, in our village, when I was a silly youngster. We drank, gambled, and quarreled badly one day. Why think of it now? Why think of it now? Time to sleep. Don't think about that now. At that time I was very young. I was very dangerous person. I was very angry person. I was very silly person, and I tried on my level to kill a person using knife. But don't think about that now. Why think of it now? Time to sleep. He said, yawning, and stretched himself on the pile. Pile means the cot, we can say. The pile means cot, where they went and slept. So the story is very interesting story written by R.K. Narayan, and I think it is very interesting. I would like to encourage you, all the students, to re-listen. You have to listen the story once more. You have to listen the story more than 2 or 3 times, and at that time you should try to tell the story like me. Actually, this syllabus is new syllabus. Just I have studied this story written by R.K. Narayan and wanted to tell you in the same way. You read, you listen to me and try to tell the story and send me on my personal number. All the best and have a nice day. Thank you.